I wish that was the interview. That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Seems a little easier.
Okay, we're
Blaine, go ahead.
Okay, we're here outside on a breezy day now with Lexi Tronic. Now, Lexi, we're going to find out a little bit about you. Try to be quick as we can, because I know you're pressed for time. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at Trans Pride.
Well, I really believe that obviously somebody died, and I was like their last shtick thing to get the gig. But I'm happy to be here, and most of all, trans rights are something so close to my heart. Being a trans woman, globally this year, trans women have faced more violence than ever, and I think it's so important to be united as a group and have this empowerment and not to feel invisible, because trans women are constantly made to feel invisible in this world. We're rejected from housing, we're rejected from jobs, and we want to see this huge change this year. Toby's Act just came in, which is hallelujah, gracious. It's just a stepping stone into major things that are going to happen, and I'm really excited.
I was going to ask you, you had mentioned in your speech, which was very well done, by the way, you had mentioned the Human Rights Code being amended in Ontario. Now, Cherry DeNovo, I believe her name, was the individual responsible for getting that report. What do you think? Obviously, it makes you feel very good that this has happened. Why do you think it took so long?
Well, it's for anybody who has been oppressed and who is dealing with this kind of oppression, it's hard to get your rights, and trans rights are human rights, and our government is, kind of in a weird way, they're starting to lead the way, and it scares me that we're in a conservative government, and we're still being groundbreaking. Imagine if we had the NDP here, we would have been liberated a long time ago. Not that I'm, campaigning for the NDP, but I want to see more, and I just believe this is just a small step in making our community a lot better and making lives for trans women a lot better. Trans women do not have to only be sex trade workers. They need to have other options, other employments, jobs, and be universally loved just as any other human. We are human, and that is the basis of it, and it's about love. We want to embrace this love, and we want to give this out to everybody, especially for young trans women who I think these rallies are important for, because I know I transitioned a long time ago, and this didn't happen. This shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
So to see so many young trans people out here and feeling empowered and feeling that they are not alone. The suicide rate amongst trans people is very, very high, and so I think it is important for them to know that they have a community that loves them, that is there for them, and that there is support, and we are going to kick ass, and this is just the beginning.
Well, just quickly, I've got a couple of other questions here. What do you think the next step forward is now? Now that Ontario and all these countries are beginning to recognize trans human rights, what's the next step forward?
The next step is that it has to do with just making doors opening for people. It's like trans women showing up for the job. It has to be equality for everybody. It has to be equality that we can get those jobs, we can get those housings, and
to have the same rights as everybody else.
That's just fucking normal, right?
Absolutely. And I find it personally strange that it takes so long to have anybody have their human rights denied. It just boggles my mind.
Well, we're living in a world full of assholes, and one day these assholes will realize that inside we are all human. We all have hearts. We all have feelings, and I want that to be the main message, that we need to treat people as people. Don't look on the outside. Don't treat people as they're different, and give love. Give love. We need more love in this world.
Now this leads me to my next question, and the last one.
Jenna, could you ask a question on Jenna Telekova?
Yeah, I guess, I will. Jenna Telekova was.
I love her.
Was of course the woman from Vancouver who now has been able to compete in the Miss Universe pageant, and Donald Trump allowed that and okayed it. So what are your thoughts on that whole scenario?
You know, I totally embrace that. I feel it was a very big, kind of like more of like a media sensation than anything. If you look at the interviews that she did with The View, they really objectified her. They would have never asked those questions about a person's genitals to any other guest. It was kind of degrading. And it's like, as trans women, we are not our genitals. We are souls, we are spirits, we are humans. We deserve
That's
respect.
part of the package,
No, that's not part of it. It's our bodies.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I know when you, if I was interviewing you, I don't think I would be like, so let's talk about your dick. How's your dick doing? You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. But for
Limp Biscuit today, it's hot.
But for cisgendered people, we need to, most of all, education is power. And trans people coming together in these big groups and having their allies here is educating people and giving people the knowledge that they need to know. And you know what? There's places where, I know for me that people will approach me and they will say stuff that is probably not the most acceptable things, but I always kind of weigh it out where it's coming from. Is it coming from a place of hate or, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, I'd like just to get to a day where it's just like we're beyond that. We just see people as human.
Yeah, no, and that's understandable. And the last question, real quickly, our theme this year at DDP Studios for Pride is "Be True to Thyself."
And then as soon as you are yourself, you're rejected in life. Whether you be gay, trans, bi, as soon as you are yourself, you're rejected. But what do we want in this world? People to be themselves. This is the most truest form of being yourself. It is like unleashing like who you truly are. And transformation is, for me, I know if I did not transform, I would be dead. It was a life or death situation.
Absolutely.